What's going on, everybody? C4 here today, continuing with the Madden 18, Madden 17 roster reveal, and we're going to be looking at the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I was like, when am I going to record this? So, it's almost midnight. Had a couple beers. Felt like perfect time to touch on the Dallas Cowboys. I know a lot of you guys probably out there think I'm going to be biased. I'm going to shit on the Cowboys. I think they are the fourth best team. Fourth best team overall in my rosters. I was generous. I was fair. So what you're going to get in these rosters for the overalls is a combination of my opinion, Pro Football Focus, their stats, all rookies from rounds 1 through 3 will be included, rookies from 4 to undrafted free agent. I've just included the notable guys. If we've hit 35,000 subscribers, which is going to be around the time of this video, you've already been able to download these rosters, so there will be a video out to know how to do that. But more so, the reason why I'm continuing to release these is I want to get your guys' feedback to try to make the most accurate rosters on Xbox One. Connected franchise mode, that is. If you agree or disagree with any of the ratings you see, feel free to let me know in the comments section below. So now it's time to touch about the Dallas Cowboys. So at the quarterback spot, we give Dak Prescott an 84 overall. Start with a hot take right out the gate. Yeah, I think 84 is fair. I think 85 is pushing it. I think he's at 84. I had him originally as an 83. Figure I was going to get people to shit on me, so I'm 84. 13-3 as a starter. And I would say, you know, didn't have a whole lot of pressure in his face. Had plenty of time to sit back there and throw the ball. But he had 3,600 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, 4 interceptions to go along with 6 rushing touchdowns Tuesday. So you're looking at as a 29-4. And that's roughly, you know, between 84 to 86 in my overall. And you best believe I'm giving the rookie with the great offensive line the bottom tier of that. But Dak Prescott is looking great. It's going to be interesting to see how he develops, if he develops, what he develops into for this upcoming season. But he's going to be really good to use in Madden. And we have Kellen Moore here, 67. Over to the running back spot, we gave Ezekiel Elliott a 91. And before you get out, you know, all hype and anti, he's tied for number 3. I have clearly Le'Veon Bell and David Johnson are going to have higher overalls in Madden. They just had better stats last year, better all-purpose yards. But in terms of running backs, Zeke Elliott has already emerged himself as one of the superstars of the league, being a first-team All-Pro and making the Pro Bowl. So I'm giving him a 91. I think he's tied with Shady for number 3. But yeah, look at it. He's the number 3 running back, which is, you know, I'd like to be salty. But 1,600 yards and 15 touchdowns, just shy of 2,000 yards from scrimmage. That's a 91. That's a 91 in my book. That's the 3rd best running back outside of Le'Veon Bell and David Johnson. I don't think you're going to even find too many Cowboys fans that will say that Zeke is convincingly better than Le'Veon Bell and David Johnson. But in terms of a between-the-tackles runner that can also chip in and catch the ball behind that offensive line in the situation that he is in Dallas, man, he's one hell of a talent. We have Alfred Morris with a 78 and McFadden here with a 77. Fullback Keith Smith, 78. We have Rod Smith, who I think, isn't one of these guys Jalen Smith's brother? I don't know. We got 2 fullbacks on the roster. The wide receiver spot, we gave Des Bryant an 89 overall. Injured, hurt, banged up last season. 13 games played, 50 catches, 796 yards, and 8 touchdowns. You know, made the Pro Bowl, but I mean, what is making the Pro Bowl anymore? They get down to the goddamn like 6th and 7th alternates. But Des Bryant, when healthy, is still one of the better big-bodied wide receivers in the NFL, so he still gets an 89. Cole Beasley emerged as one of the top slot wide receivers in the NFL last season. Finished the year with 75 catches, 833 yards, and 5 touchdowns, so that gets him an 83 overall. Terrence Williams, one of the dumbest wide receivers in the NFL. Can't believe he didn't run out of bounds. Getting a 77 overall. Not a bad season for him last year. 44 catches, 594 yards, and 4 touchdowns. We have Butler, 74. Lucky Whitehead, special teams ace, 71. Ryan Switzer, who's a great pick, 69. Noah Brown in the late rounds from Ohio State, 62. And Andy Jones here with a 62. Down to the tight end spot, Jason Witten. We gave Old Man Witten, a.k.a. always open on 3rd down. 86 overall. Not a bad year last season at all. 69 catches, 673 yards, and 3 touchdowns. He emerged as a very solid, well, I mean, not emerged. He's always been there. He's been one of the best tight ends for, you know, the better part of a decade. But, you know, good combination, good safety net for Dak Prescott as a rookie. Really, really big influence, I think, on his success. We have Swain. We got Hannah, 73s. Rico Gaither's the friggin' basketball player as well. Left tackle, Tyron Smith. We gave him a 90 overall. Now, trust me, we based this all off Pro Football Focus ratings. And the Pro Football Focus gave Tyron Smith an 86.3. So I'm being generous, still giving him a 90. I think he's certainly within that conversation the best left tackle in the NFL. I wasn't going to disrespect him too much, so I feel 90's fair for Tyron Smith. At left guard, we have La'el Collins currently. Because they're thin on the offensive line, once you get in your connected franchise mode, there's rumors that he's going to be playing at right tackle, so you can look at swinging him there once you can actually get some good modding tools, because the offline player management is very, very difficult and frustrating to try to work with. We have La'el Collins, who can play left guard, but I think they're going to try him at right tackle. At center, we have Travis Frederick, who got a 91 overall, which is about what Pro Football Focus gave him. I think they gave him like a 90 point something. So I'll make him a 91. I think he's the #1 center. We have the #1 center over here. At right guard, we have Zach Martin, who got an 89 overall. Pro Football Focus gave him an 88.6, and he's the #1 right guard. We all know, Dallas Cowboys offensive line, it is what it is. They're terrifyingly good. We have Jonathan Cooper there with a 77. That might be a little bit too high there for the guy that's kind of holding on to the bus tag. We'll see what happens. And at right tackle, Byron Bell, who's coming over from the Tennessee Titans, from OurLads.com, currently has him slated as a top starting right tackle. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it'll be La'el Collins, but he's a 72. Jumping to the defensive side of the ball, we gave David Irving a 77 overall. I think he just caught himself a suspension, which is kind of not great timing. But last year, rotational duty, still got 4 sacks, 20 tackles. So 77, I really like the upside. Every time he played the Eagles, I saw him in the Eagles game. This guy here looked like the best player on your defensive line. And I don't know, but that's just my personal opinion on that one. We have Crawford here, the Canadian, with a 76. Demontre Moore with a 71. Right defensive end, DeMarcus Lawrence with a 78 overall. Last season, DeMarcus Lawrence only had 1 sack. He only had 3 starts, so I'm not sure if he was hurt, banged up, or whatever. But in terms of pure talent, he probably is the best edge rusher. We have Randy Gregory here with a 74. Probably the dumbest player in the NFL. Taco Charlton, the first-round pick, with a 73. We have Benson Mayowa here with a 73, which I probably... Is he even on their team anymore? He still is. Okay, what we're going to do, I'm already going to tell you right now. I was looking, I must have just skimmed over him. He had 6 sacks last season, so I will be bumping that up. He will be probably a 76, 77 when the rosters come out. Or there you go. This is going to be a fluid one. What should I bump up Mayowa to after he led the team that basically won the NFC in sacks? That should be something fairly high. Defensive tackle, Malik Collins, we give him a 76 overall as a rookie. Started in 14 games, had 5 sacks, and almost 30 total tackles, so that's a 76. They got Sed Thornton from the Philadelphia Eagles, 73, good against the run. Stephen Payette coming over from the Redskins, 72. And we have this guy, Dick Ash, 63. Left outside linebacker, it's currently slated to be Damien Wilson as their starter, from what everything I've been able to find. And last season, he had 5 starts, half a sack, and 30 tackles, so nothing flashy. The linebacking core is definitely a big-time concern here for the Dallas Cowboys. A lot is riding on Jalen Smith here, 74 overall. Great linebacker at Notre Dame to come back healthy and being able to contribute right away. They have Anthony Hitchens, who we gave a 74 overall last season. He had a sack and a half and just shy of 70-some tackles, so he's not bad. He's not great. Nothing whole special here. Then you got Sean Lee, who's one of the best. I think he's the 2nd highest right outside linebacker with a 90 overall. First team All-Pro, Pro Bowler. I actually think he might be the highest right outside linebacker. 15 starts last year, had 1 pass deflection. Goddamn, 140 tackles. He's a tackle machine, and when he stays healthy, he is very, very good. Jumping to the secondary, we give Orlando Scandrick an 82 overall, the best secondary player, I think, or at least cornerback on this roster right now. Last season in 10 starts, he had an interception, 8 pass deflections, 3 forced fumbles, 2 sacks, and almost 50 total tackles. So it looks like they used him in a little bit of a linebacker here for Pro Football Reference. They have him as probably just, what do they call it, money backer in some situations coming out the blitz. I know he's primarily a nickel corner, so they probably bring him in on cornerback blitzes. He was effective in his snaps. Anthony Brown was a great draft pick from the Dallas Cowboys last year at Purdue. We're giving him a 79 overall. In 10 starts, he had an interception, 8 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, and just shy of 50 total tackles. So he had a very, very good and productive season. Nolan Carroll coming over to Philadelphia Eagles. I'm giving him a generous 74 overall. I don't know why you guys paid him money, but I did like the Chidobe Awuzie pick, so we're giving him a 70 overall. That was a tremendous pick. We have McFadden here, 69. Jordan Lewis, who they got, I think, in the 4th round. Third round pick. Depth nickel guy. Adds some, you got Scandrick up there at 30 years old. So Lewis is probably going to be the guy that takes his job maybe next season or the year after that. He's planning for the future with getting Jordan Lewis. But adding Lewis and Awuzie to a secondary that needed to get better. Great picks there for the Cowgirls. Free safety, we gave BYRON Jones an 83 overall last season. BYRON Jones in 16 starts, had 1 interception, 10 pass deflections, a forced fumble, and just over 80 total tackles. So, we all know he was the guy that jumped out the gym at the combine, very athletic, can play a little bit of corner, can play a little bit of free safety, does it all back there in the secondary. So, I think, maybe some other people that don't see him play within the division might not give him as high of an 83, but I think he's an 83. And a strong safety, we have Jeff Heath, who we gave a 74 overall last season. Jeff Heath. And 0 starts. He had 1 interception, 2 pass deflections, and 20 tackles. You know, there's no way to put it around it. Dallas lost more than they gained on the defensive side of the ball, I think. Even though they did add some nice young pieces. I like Jordan Lewis. I like Chidobe Awuzie. Not a huge fan of Taco Charlton, but I get it. You got to improve their edge rush. But they did lose a lot of pieces in the free agency here. So hopefully some of these guys can step in and fill the void. But their offensive line is going to be overpowered. And especially for Madden 18, if they they always tweak the run game. If they make the run game slightly overpowered, Dallas is just going to run over teams. We have Dan Bailey at 84 and Chris Jones at 81. So I think that's pretty goddamn fair. So outside of Benson Mayowa, who I definitely need to tweak his rating, you can feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below what you think that should be. I'm saying 76 around there. That is your Dallas Cowboys roster. And I assume, like I said, if we don't hit 35,000, once we hit 35,000, these rosters will be available to you guys to use. So hopefully we can hit that. Until next time, though, it's C4 saying peace.